let's talk about love and attachment. What do you think is the difference between both of them? Do you think that love is attachment? I mean, many people I've heard to have said this thing that they think love is attachment, or they think that if you are in love with someone, you have to be attached with them. Now, I personally disagree with this completely, and some of you may not like me for this, but yeah, let's debunk this thing. Let's understand why I say that love and attachment are two different things. So attachment is when you feel that you are bound to somebody, and what happens is when two people are in love, and if they feel they're bound to each other, when it's the good times, then though it's fine. But if that relationship, for example, has a sort of a bad ending, then what will happen is that the person who gets hurt will still think, after that bad breakup, they'll still think that I am bound to that person. So that's a very big disadvantage to that. And even during the time when your relationship is going completely fine, if you have attachment to your partner, it may be to a point, it may go to a point where your partner might start becoming clingy. And what do I mean by becoming clingy? I mean that asking for your whereabouts, where are you going, and they want all of your time. I know it's important in love to give your partner some time and your efforts, but obviously there's a limit to it. You as an individual should have your personal time too. So that's why I think that attachment is not the same thing as love. Love is an emotional state, a state in your brain. Some chemicals fire up in your brain and you feel that you are in love. Now, can there be a love which is independent of attachment? Yes. If, for example, two people meet each other, they get acquainted, and they start dating, and then they get into a relationship. But before getting into that relationship, they both completely understand the fact that okay, at this point of time, both of us like each other. We feel like we are in love with each other. So we are coming into a relationship. We're giving this tag to ourselves. But we are so mature, we are mature enough to understand that if 6 months down the line, a year down the line, circumstances lead to a breakup, that will mean that it's not that you are a bad person or I am a bad person. It's that maybe we are not compatible. And if that thing actually happens, 6 months down the line, for example, they have a breakup and a mutual breakup, and both of them understand that it's not, nobody questions themselves that okay, it's not that I'm a bad person or that person is a bad person. We're just not compatible together as partners in a relationship. If that thing can happen, then I say that love is without an attachment. Why? Because if you have an attachment with your partner, then you will never feel this way. If you have attachment with your partner, I feel that there cannot be a truly mutual breakup. If you have that attachment, you always feel, no, I don't want this person to go. This person, is my everything. Even though I feel inside me that this relationship is becoming toxic for me, even though I feel inside me that this relationship is taking away my personal time, my personal efforts, and my personal things away from me, it's hampering my mental peace. Even then, I'm not ready to let go of this person. Why? Because I have that attachment. Now, how good and how wonderful will it be if that love can be without the attachment? If, and obviously, this doesn't, I'm not talking about the excess, cases like cheating or death or whatever. Because in those cases, it's, out of the normal. But I'm talking about a genuine breakup, which happens like, one partner loses interest and things don't work out and they start quarreling and the communication gap builds up and ultimately it happens, the breakup happens. So in those cases, that's that test. If you and your partner, both of them, are able to move on, and I would say exactly move on, because moving on is basically freedom. Freedom on 3 levels, on which I'll talk about in a future video. So if both of you and your partner can understand this completely, that okay, it's just that we are not compatible, it's just that much, then that love is without an attachment. And that love is truly very powerful. Because at that point of time, you have the leverage to yourself. You have your own power. Your partner has their own power. So what happens is, you both hold a sense of power in your brain. You know that okay, if 1 year down the line this relationship doesn't work out, my personal life, my mental peace, it's not gonna get affected. I am fine, I am secure. That gives you a sense of comfort. That's what a love without attachment creates. And I am all in for that. And I would like to finish this video by telling all of you guys who are currently in a relationship or in future who will be in a relationship, a line that I always tell everyone, I used to tell my ex, everyone: you are a bird, not a kite. Understand this thing. You, my friend, are a bird. That means you are free to roam away anywhere you want. You are free. You are not a kite. Don't think of yourself as a kite. You have no strings attached to anyone. So yeah, bye.